when you look at Hindustan Copper, that is likely to be in focus on account of them being upbeat as copper prices surge amid higher demand for the industrial metal for usage in EVs. Ashesha, in fact, is standing by with more triggers and factors to watch. Ashesha?
Well, yes, what a solid rally Hindustan Copper has seen. The stock is up nearly 17% in the last 5 days and has risen a whopping 55% in the last 1 month. One of the reasons, of course, is the surge in global copper prices. Copper prices on London Metal Exchange are up nearly 9 to 10% from their October lows. Now, the world is very bullish on the prospects of copper demand going forward. One of the reasons, of course, is electric vehicle-led copper demand. Remember, the intensity of copper in an electric vehicle is 3.5 times that of a normal vehicle, and copper constitutes about 28% of the global electric vehicles constitute 28% of the global copper demand, and hence the world is very bullish on the prospects of copper demand and prices going forward. Street estimates that copper could see about 10 to 20% shortage in the next 8 to 10 years. But Incred has done some interesting analysis, and they say that the world estimates are incorrect, and that is because the world estimates do not factor in the impact of scrap copper sales going forward. Remember, the scrap copper sales element is also an important element in considering the demand supply dynamics of copper, and that is because 32% of the overall copper consumption comes from scrap, and hence on the basis of this theory, Incred Securities says that copper prices are expected to remain range bound at about $8,500 to $9,000 per ton, and that it is unlikely that copper prices will go above that $10,000 per ton. Let's also talk about the second order impact, the consumers of copper, and that is the wires and cables segment. Remember, copper constitutes about 55 to 60% of the raw material cost of these wires and cables businesses. These companies pass on the impact of copper prices, but with a lag, and hence these sectors and these segments will also be impacted on account of the changes in copper prices. But all in all, Incred has done interesting analysis, and they say that on account of impact of secondary sales, scrap sales, copper prices are not expected to inch above the $10,000 per ton mark.
Okay, Ashesha, thank you so much for that update.